I don't know if I need to keep a video record of this shit. But so mind you, I'm a little tipsy, but this should make some sense, I hope. For the past 6 years, I've been in a relationship, and this man, I absolutely love him. When I prayed to God for someone, he came during that time. And when I told him about what God told me, he didn't run or anything. But he promised me things that have never come to fruition, like getting married and moving in together. He cheated on me. And we worked through it, and we're still working through it. There have been men that have come along since that time that have, promised me the world, promised me they would be better, and all of that. And they probably would have been. But because of what God said to me, I don't want to go against that. I always remember what he told me. That this person that I'm with now in a long distance relationship, we'll get into that somewhat, is supposed to be my husband, my life partner. Sometimes I wonder, so at the end of October, beginning of November, I got COVID. He was also sick, but not with COVID. And being here by myself, there's going to be a backstory. I'm just giving you this now. And it was difficult because even though I moved to Phoenix, like I said, there'll be a backstory. And my sister's here. My sister's here with her own family. I don't have anyone here but me. And of course, regardless, I would have still been in isolation and things like that. I didn't feel like I had the support that I really needed. And it was challenging to the point where I even thought about moving back to Chicago. Looking at the old place that I used to live in, because I know I can move back there with no problem. Because I couldn't live with my person. Because his house is his house. It's not mine. There's nothing of me there besides what I bought for him. I couldn't live there. That's a whole nother story. Y'all will get that. But, so not too long ago, a person that we both know actually came down to Phoenix. That's where I live in Arizona. And he revealed to me some things that he claims he said to me, but I don't think so. I think yeah. But even during this time that I've been here in Arizona, because I've been dealing with loneliness and trying to get an understanding of what is going on and what this second half of my life is supposed to be. So I prayed to God for discernment and revelation and confirmation, because someone else came back into my life who thought that what we had before we would have again, and he was supposed to be my husband, blase skippy this. I had to cut him off because I'm not going back to what I had. I mean, even though he's a totally changed man, that wasn't going to happen. He's still married. And I told him that we weren't in the same place emotionally, because emotionally he has disconnected from his wife. I have not emotionally disconnected from my person. Even now, it's still really difficult. But back to the person who came to Phoenix. And so, and we ended up having really great sex. That night, he wanted to come over. Well, first off, let me go back. I didn't never know he was interested in me. He claims he was, even when me and my person were together. I don't believe this. I don't. But that's what he said. And, you know, he did eventually come home with me. We had really great sex. It was amazing. He was a great lover. And so Thanksgiving came because of my hypochondriac niece. I ended up staying home by myself, which was okay because I had gotten my COVID booster, which literally made me sick and I just didn't feel like doing anything. But he didn't want me to stay home. And he wanted me to be with others. That Friday morning after Thanksgiving, I get this really crazy text telling me that if I am willing to accept him, he is willing to drop everything to be down here with me. And I'm thinking it's a drunk text because I'm like, he ain't never talked about this. You know, I just found out that he liked me. I had no clue. So for the past 2 weeks, mind you, he has been planning to come here. And, which is not a problem. But apparently, I'm sorry, I'm moving and everything. I'm losing my mouse. He thought he was coming down here to move in with me. Now, mind you, we'd only been talking for 2 weeks. He is ready to set up shop here with me. And I don't have a problem with that at all. Not at all. And he's willing to spend the rest of his life with me, which I don't have a problem with. I am ready to let go of what's not making me grow, which is my person. We talked 7 hours, said a lot of things, and so he told me I'm coming at the end of the month, which was fine. But our conversation got crossed. Our communication got crossed. Because he thought he was coming here to move in with me. Now I have a 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment that is less than 500 square feet, not including this balcony. Okay? My closet is full with winter clothes. When I switch out, it's full with summer clothes. So he thought that he was going to be putting his stuff into storage in Illinois, which didn't make sense. He needed to put it in storage here and move in with me. It was such a big to-do. And I think, I know he was inebriated, and I think that's part of the problem. But he was really upset that I told him I thought he was going to be living with one of his boys. Not here, because we barely know each other. And I don't want to move in with someone and we are on 2 different pages, with the way that we live. Now, the only thing would be food-wise, because I don't eat pork, I don't eat red meat, I don't cook it. So he would have needed to have brought his own thing, his own pots and pans. Dishes, maybe, I don't know. The other thing is that, I'm going pescatarian next year, which means that there'll be no meat in my house, you know. And if I'm cooking, now, mind you, I have done this vegetarian thing before with my children over the years. 2 years ago, I was more disciplined where I was able to prepare food for them and not taste it, nothing like that. So I told them I could definitely do that. No problem. None whatsoever. But I'm not doing the pork thing, bottom line. So, he was upset the other night. And he sent me a text talking about, this was supposed, or what happened, what transpired during that conversation was supposed to happen. That we are supposed to be together, which I honestly believe that we are. I honestly believe it, because as we've had conversation, it's like things that I specifically prayed for openness and things like that, is him. But since Friday night, I hadn't even heard from him. Not yesterday, not today. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know if he's okay or not. I have no clue what's going on. Because the thing is, if I'm reaching out to you, if you're upset, then tell me you're still upset. You don't feel like talking. I respect that. If you feel like, I told him, if you feel like you need more time, that's cool. Just let me know. I respect that. What I don't respect is no communication at all. Not at all. I don't get down like that. I don't. And so this is bothering me. And I'll say this. In our conversation, he said something to me which planted a seed in me, and which is something that I'm going to do. So at the beginning of what he said to me is that I need to cut off everything from Chicago. He said starting with my license plates, because my license plates is still Illinois, because down here, Arizona, man, transferring that shit is too fucking expensive. But and letting things go. And so he asked me, what did I see? And I wrote it down, and I have it written down. I see him there, because the things that I'm doing is going to benefit the both of us as a couple, as an entity. But with you not talking to me is a problem. And I dig this dude. I told him I'm falling for him, because he's doing things that I have not experienced when I was married, in my years of dating, in these past 6 years of me being with my person. He's listened, which is extremely important. But at the same time, communication for me is even more important, because I'm a communicator. I'm a communications major. And now I just don't know what's going on. I don't know if I'll ever speak to him again, because the last thing he said to me was that he wasn't coming at the end of the month. I do know he'll be here in January, and that he's going to wait. He's going to sign a 6-month lease. And when I'm ready for him to come, that he'll come. Because he wants us both to not have fear. Because apparently he has fear too. But he's not willing to admit it. I am really tripping on this. Because, he told me he's not going to lose. That we are going to be together. And I believe that. I believe what he says. But at the same time, I'm thinking this. So it's kind of weird, going back just a little bit, that he expressed to me how he felt. And he claimed he told me this years ago, which I don't remember, because at the time I know he was with someone. Huh? And I don't know. But I just don't know. I don't even know what to think anymore. I don't. With him not reaching out these past couple of days and not saying anything, nothing. What does that say? See, like I said, I don't operate like that. I don't. If there's something going on, just say that you need time. That you just need time to figure this shit out. I respect that. But like I said, what I don't respect is that you just dropped all communication. Because see, for me, you dropping communication, I'm dropping you. You know? I'm doing what I said I was going to do next year, which is to focus on me. It's going to be all about me next year. Total self-care. Fuck everybody, including my person who I love, down to his motherfucking stinky ass drawers. I love that man, but I need to love myself as much as I love him, and that's what I told him. Even though we're not supposed to be talking, we're still talking, but it's gonna have to stop because I can't focus on him and then bugs. Yeah, we still got bugs down here. And try to focus on me. Because ain't nobody focusing on me in Chicago. Everybody wants me to focus on them. And I got to stop so I can focus on Marie. I got to do this. So, that's what the fuck is going on. I hope dude does get in touch with me, because I wonder if it wouldn't have been me, would it have been somebody else that he'd have been going through this shit with? I don't know. So that's it. That's all. That's my post. Like Zoe Motor Scooter says, that's the post. And I will talk with y'all later. I don't know if I'm going to upload this to my YouTube. Maybe I could start this as a YouTube, but that's the post. I'll talk with y'all later. I'm your sister of soul, Shy Soul. Take care.